Hey there, what's your name?
My name is Nathan DeCamp.
Nice to meet you, Nathan. So what have you been up to today?
So today is my long day of class. I'm here basically 9 in the morning till about 9 at night. So, but I have the majority of my classes today. So far, I've had my biology class, my medical terminology class, a English which is the history of cinema, and right now I'm waiting on my statistics class, which is going to start at 6.
That's a pretty wide range of classes. Like, what are you studying for?
Going for the radiology program, but I have a different amount of prereqs that I'm still trying to get done before I can apply.
Why'd you go into radiology in particular, if I may ask?
Um, so I've looked at nursing before because I would still like to do something where I feel like I'm making a difference or helping people, but also I didn't think I was smart enough to do nursing so much. My wife has been a nurse for like pretty much her whole career. I think she's a lot better at it, a lot smarter than I am. Um, but yeah, I didn't think I had the grades for it, and also I've done some healthcare, and I guess I was a little selfish with it, like dealing with some of the grit and the grime that you have to as a nurse, like the bodily fluids, like all that. And I was like, maybe something where I can still be helpful, but a little less of all that.
So it seems like... That's all right. So it seems like helping people is a big part of what you value, like being helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So outside of going into medicine, what are some other ways you try to embody that?
I currently am like rounding up stuff. I've taken a few donations from people, and I've been actually handing them out to the homeless in our community. I've talked to a few people, Rhonda, Roy, Matthew, just different people I've noticed that were homeless. Mostly I was working around Madison and handing out stuff to people there. I was calling them my little helping hand bags because I was putting in like just different stuff. I was trying to get most of them out before the storm hit, but gloves, hats, hand warmers, toe warmers, body warmers, toiletries, deodorant, snacks, socks, just little things to like try to help someone feel kind of human again. And also, I like to just actually talk to people to let them know it's like I see you. It's like you're not just an invisible person kind of thing. So I try to do that and just do stuff to help people. I'm looking, my wife's been a big help on it too. She's going to be helping me actually cook different meals that we can do and hand out. I handed out one of my last bags yesterday. It was a gentleman down here in Gallatin, actually, Roy, and unfortunately, a common theme, it seems to be like I'm talking to people that are out in these situations, and the programs that we have that are supposed to be helping them aren't, or even people in power aren't. I've heard multiple things from people that either like Social Security just doesn't cover nearly enough, they don't qualify for it, they have trouble getting work because of their age, like being elderly. That was Rhonda's thing that she had. She was a former firefighter and nurse and can't find work because of her age. But, and then just, I don't know, like people like that are supposed to be helping and running these programs, and instead they're just like sending them off to be someone else's issue. And I think there's just a lot of shit going on, pardon my language, but with the way that we're viewing our fellow Americans and just people in general. So I'm trying to do something, just some kind of difference, I guess, or do something to help at least some people out. But it does feel kind of like a drop in the bucket a lot of times. I think there needs to be a lot bigger changes to actually make an impact, because I don't have the funds or availability to actually like take people in out of the cold or anything like that. So, but I'm just trying to do what I can.
That's all you can do, man.
Sorry, I know that was probably long-winded for for your question.
No, not at all. Like, this is all about learning about people's stories. Like, you're doing wonderfully. Don't worry.
Well, thank you.
So it seems like you have like a really strong desire to help people. Where do you think that started?
Funny enough, I think it actually started like just with how I was raised. I kind of grew up in a Christian home, and like my parents always kind of like stressed about like doing the right thing. I think they're both kind of from that now. They're both more conservative, and I used to be somewhat, but I've gotten a lot more liberal, I think, in my standings. And just seeing the amount of people and like that need help and aren't getting help, and just you could only see so much of it, I guess, before it was like, okay, I'm getting involved myself. Like I had always been kind of outgoing or talkative, never really met a stranger. So I would always just strike up conversations, usually wherever I went, and enjoyed talking to people. And then you can only just talk to people so long before you start hearing like what's going on and what they're going through, and realizing it's like a lot of folks need help or in a situation that something could be done. So I think a lot of it like kind of started young, of just kind of being that talkative, that like trusting of everybody, just kind of want to take everyone at face value of like, if you say you have an issue, then I believe you have an issue, or like you're going through something, and I believe you're going through something. And I know there are scams and stuff out there, and I know there are people out there that don't actually need help, but I've always kind of thought, if someone gets me for $10 or whatever and they didn't actually need it, but it's like, oh well, that's $10, or it's neither here nor there. But a lot more people actually do, and I'd rather be trusting of it, and I guess always lean towards helping someone and believing they're telling the truth, rather than just assuming everyone's like just out to take something. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting not script, but I feel like I'm getting off your question a little bit too. But no, I guess it started young, and I don't know, I saw people that would help, but also there was a lot of people that wouldn't help, who claimed like they wanted to. I saw that a lot in the church. Not to put down the church or anything, because I think if something helps you, that's great. That's good enough for me. But I just saw a lot of people that, it's like, you go in on Sunday, you worship, you get taught these lessons or so, say that you're going to be there for people, or that you want to be an example, but then you leave there and question at the people that you meet. You're looking down on people. You're just assuming someone that's like holding a sign or whatever is just a bum. And it's like, there was a lot of that it's like I saw enough of it that I was like, I don't agree with this. This isn't like what I believe. So I think that kind of led to more of like, I'm not going to be that way. And so if that's what your way is, then I don't want to be a part of it. So, and just kind of led to like trying to do something, I guess. So, which led to like just taking action where I could, kind of thing. and it has snowballed a little bit because like my wife helps me with it. My old boss helps me with it. He's been buying like different supplies in bulk and stuff, and just adding a little bit to his grocery bills, and then bring stuff to me that I take out onto the street and hand out just as I see people. But it could definitely be more effective, and could definitely, like, I'm trying to do more, trying to get it to where I can do more, but I guess trying to just take steps right now. I know that it really hurt a few weeks, like, shit, that wasn't even a few weeks ago. It was like last week when we saw the news about Alex Preddy. That got me down a lot, because I was just like, what am I even doing? Like, what's it matter if I can help one person out and people are just dying on the streets? So, and that's by like at the hands of our own government. So I guess so. I'm still trying to just focus on what I can do, and like I had that yesterday. It was yesterday actually. It was when I met Roy, and just being able to help him out a little bit. It's like it was okay. At least I'm doing something. You know, can't save everyone. I can't do everything. Don't have any superpowers, but can help a few people around me.
So it sounds like you are no longer a Christian, right?
Yes, I'm not.
What inspired you to walk away from the faith?
People, for the most part. I have things I just don't think line up in the Word, in the Bible, and then just a lot of people. People that would try to judge, people that would say who isn't going to hell, who's going to heaven, people that would just like downplay other people just because of their faith. And really, once I kind of like got out on my own and just meeting more people, some of the best people I ever met were atheists, were agnostic, were of different religions, and they were all people that the church and people I knew would put down or label. And that hurt, because I was just like, I know these people. It's like, these are good people. And you're saying it's like they can't be good because they don't know Christ, or they can't be good because they don't follow your way. And that really got me. The amount of like just how people would treat each other, like they'd leave service on Sunday and you think, well, that's the time you're feeling the most good, you know, like most amped up. It's like, yeah, let's do this thing. Go into a restaurant and start cursing out some kid because the food was delayed or because they missed something. And it's like there's no trying to think of the right word for it. There's no grace there. And it's like, in a lot of songs and stuff, it's like you may be singing about like the grace you've received, but then you can't give it to anyone else 10 minutes after you leave a building singing about it. And it's just like, or learning about it, or amening about it, you know, like when preacher says it, and then you go out and treat people like shit. Or you yell at someone in traffic. And it's like the Bible still considers that like just as bad as murder. Like any sin is equal. You cursing someone out in the street is the same as you killing someone. And it's like they'd forget all about that. And it's just very much more look at labels of people. Well, they're gay, or they're this, or they're that. So it's like, ugh. And I would see them. It's like how they would like get around people, and I was just like, you're not looking at the person at all. You're just looking at what they, like, who they want to sleep with, or what they do in their spare time or whatever. And it's just like a lot of that. There was a lot of little individual hits and strikes that were just like, that's not who I am. That's not who I am. So it just kind of became a wedge of, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be labeled with them, kind of thing. I was like, I'd much rather be over here with the people that you say aren't good if you're gonna act like this. So that would be why.
It seems like your journey overall has been about learning to see people and meet people where they are. What advice would you give to someone trying to start that journey themselves?
Probably don't speak. Listen. You know, let people talk. Hear them out. I mean, definitely speak, like, talk to people, but don't go in with your opinion already made or your belief already set. Like, if you talk to someone, see what they have to say. Treat people like as equals. It's like, I can't believe you had to say that in this day and age, but just the amount of folks that look down on other people or try to feel superior, and it's like, why? It's like, we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same planet. We're all in the same race. We all bleed the same color. There's not, you find out, it's like there's not too much difference, I think, between any of us. So I'd say if you are trying to do better, like, or if you're kind of starting this journey, it would be listen, you know, talk to people, but listen, like actually listen. So, and I mean, it's still the golden rule, like, but I think it still applies. Like, treat people the way you want to be treated. So, give more than you take, you know. And it's probably cliched, but I always try to just do the right thing. So, I think that's like where you go on it, and if you keep striving for that, you'll at least be able to hold your head high no matter what happens.